Tacoma is Fulbright's follow-up to Gone Home, but it is a very different game. I'm Kyle Hilliard. Elise Favis, she reviewed Tacoma.
Yeah, I did. Hey.
And you're going to tell me 4 things that are interesting about this game.
The first thing you should probably know is that it has a very slow-paced and engaging story.
But, I mean, it keeps you you're interested, though, right? You're not really sitting around bored. It just doesn't, you're not, like, seeing explosions and stuff, really, right?
Yeah, it takes place in the space station, and all the crew is gone. Basically, you're covering this mystery of what happened to them through these holographic simulations. It also has an interesting approach to branching narrative, because you can follow around these different holograms around, in different rooms and different sections of the space station, and you have a kind of timer at the bottom of your screen where you can play and rewind different simulations and follow which story and group of people you want to see.
It's cool because it's totally up to you. Like, if you are not interested in what one guy is doing, you can just let them walk away and kind of
exactly.
Follow somebody else.
Like, if there's a group talking and then one of them wanders off, you can decide if you want to stay with the group or go and see where this other person's going and what kind of little story unravels with them. My third point is that the characters are probably the best thing about Tacoma. They are very well written and diverse and have different backgrounds, and they all just feel like real people, even though they're basically like phantoms in the game.
Yeah, you're talking about those like multicolored blobs that I've been following around?
All those weird colored silhouettes, yes.
It is funny because the one thing it is, they're just blobs, which you would kind of think would diminish their characters, but it's this weird thing where like the color actually makes them easier to recognize and define. It's interesting.
Helps you remember who's who, and also they all have kind of different body types too, so you can kind of identify them that way. But yeah, and it kind of leaves that up to your imagination. And my final point is there is a crazy amount of detail in Tacoma. Just looking around in different lounges or personal quarters, you can look through people's books and belongings and letters to family, and you can go through their emails and their conversations. They had no privacy on this space station.
Yeah, and they even went through the trouble of like making brands for all the food and everything.
Yeah, so like you look at containers and other things like that and cupboards, and you can look at all these kind of made up brands and stuff.
So you can find a review for Tacoma on GameInformer.com. Elise, you reviewed it. What did you give the game?
I gave it an 8.25.
There you go. That's a good score.
Yeah, pretty good.
Tacoma is out on Xbox One and Steam on August 2nd. And if you liked Gone Home, I mean, at least you reviewed the game. This game feels different, but there's still some lines that can be drawn between the two. If you liked Gone Home, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's a similar theme of exploring an abandoned area and piecing together the story yourself.